All righty, we are live. Cajun Coin Hunter here today, aka Boudreaux, and we still got the Evan Rude hat on. So, how y'all doing today? Hope everybody had a good week and so far a good weekend. So let's see. Yeah, we're busy today, but we found some time for the video, for the live stream. I mean, and we got Mr. Turner in here, aka
Hola.
Sire.
How y'all doing? Come on. Why are you not charging?
And we got Mater himself.
How's everybody doing today? Hopefully, it's a beautiful day for you all, and hopefully, everybody's doing good.
Mike Wolf, what's up? Mon ami, what's happening?
What's up, Mike Wolf?
Okay, I need to pop out my chat. I was going to do that a while ago, and
There's Rail.
I had to do something else.
You should be down off the big one. This is your show, not mine.
Hold on, I'm doing something.
We're doing a special on Matters Workshop tonight.
Yeah, I wanted you to show off what you're working on.
Oh.
There's a method to my madness.
Well, I'll let you say I'm making something very religious because this is very holy. And I got four more to go.
Okay, now we got everything up and up. Hey, there's Miss Missy. How you doing, baby doll? Rail 9222. What's going on? Tommy Handling, how you doing? Yeah, Mater's working on something over there. Yeah, we'll find out in a minute.
Hey, Cajun, let's just say that if this turns out the way I'm hoping, everybody in the yarn community is going to be going nuts.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, you're probably making some crochet hook holders.
Nope. But nope. Like this. Missy would even like it.
Oh, okay. Sounds like he's using a paddle bit, aka spade bit.
Step drill.
Oh, step drill?
Yep.
Pine cone drill.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it, but
yeah, step bit.
Yeah.
I used to have I still got it somewhere, a Greenlee, Greenlee. That was about 25 or 30 bucks. Greenlee's got good tools out though. That thing will cut into metal doors big time. When you want to make a strike plate bigger on a metal door jamb, break out that Greenlee step bit. That sucker will get it. The good thing about Greenlee bits and all that, it makes a medium quality or low quality drill perform good. Knight takes rooks. What's your first move in chess?
Oh, I haven't played chess in ages.
Me neither. But I usually like the castle. Yeah. You know, where I'm guarding my king right away.
Yeah.
Protecting my king right away.
I'm just doing all this because I'm on this Alice in Wonderland kind of kick right now.
I had a buddy of mine. He can checkmate me in 6 moves.
Now, the thing about with chess, if you say, if you make a move and you declare checkmate, but your opponent does have a way out, you automatically lose.
And what in the tournament or?
If you're playing chess, if you say checkmate and your opponent has a way of escaping, you automatically lose.
Oh, I've never played it like that. What's up, field guy? What's happening, mon ami?
Yeah, that's why whenever you do something like that, you always say check, and that gives them the opportunity to look to see what they can do if they can have an escape movement.
Gonna experiment with Wolfcraft blades.
What kind?
Wolfcraft. Got a whole
Wolf.
bunch of them for $4 each.
Wolf.
42 cross-cut blades.
Wolf. What you say? Wolf track?
Wolfcraft.
Oh, Wolfcraft. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
I've heard
little
of them
7
before, but they're cheap. So we're gonna give them a chance.
Yeah, the little 7 1/4 inch blades like that for a skill saw. Most of that is for crosscut. What's up, Dean? Mountain of a cord.
I picked them up for my Milwaukee 7 1/4 chop saw. So see if they work.
And what did you say the name brand was?
Wolfcraft.
I've never even heard of those. Must be something for just north of the border.
Yeah, I don't know where they came from. They were on sale at Princess Auto today, so I grabbed some.
Yep, Princess Auto's north of the border, so that's probably why I never heard of them.
Why is GoPro not charging? For some strange reason, my GoPro is not charging. And I can't find my other battery.
That ain't good.
No.
The GoPro, that's the one you're on right now.
No, GoPro, I'm on my laptop camera right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my laptop camera looks like yours. It's all foggy and hazy, you know. It was like that from day one when it was brand new.
Ha! Success.
Success. You found a good charger cord for
it. Wow, people on a stick. Look, I could do one of those really bad horror movies. Ah, the motor's gonna get me.
That camera's a lot clearer right there.
Yep.
The only thing I don't like about the GoPro is it's not wireless. Well, it can be wireless. It's just a pain in the butt to set it up wireless.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, but it's a good camera for if you want to do like film videos and that to post. So.
Yeah. My son, he's always used GoPro. When he was out when he had those big shrimp boats, well, he didn't have them all at one time. He had one at a time, half interest in a boat. And he would throw his GoPro on a long stick and put it underwater and watch the sharks and all that, trying to eat the bags up from the shrimp nets they was pulling on board. they were looking
Yeah.
at the sharks and they're trying to attack the bags, but that was all steel mesh bags. So them sharks lost it. You could see the teeth floating.
I bought
for
more
me-
cinnamon toast sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
those French
now-
toast sticks.
Yeah. Well, now for me, I was thinking about going to get another GoPro. I've got I think the Hero 5, but I know they got what, the Hero 10 or 12 out. Something
They're on
like that.
12 now. I got the Hero 10 because it was cheap. Like, and the 10 seems to be good enough. So,
And how much are those going for?
I think you can pick them up for like 400. Well, I'm talking Canadian dollars, about 400 Canadian. So that's like 3 something US. So,
I wound up going through Walmart. I wound up getting this camera here, and this is what I've been doing my recording with.
that's a nice looking little unit.
$140.
Wow. And it's 4K. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's 4K, and it came with a little gimbal stand, which
Oh,
I've
nice.
shown. I've got it put up right now. But yeah, I mean, all my videos that I've been doing lately been shot with this camera.
That's pretty cool. And it comes with a gimbal. Did it come with the mic on it too?
Yeah, came with the mic,
Wow.
came with 2 batteries. The only thing I can't remember if it came with a SD card or not.
That's
They
pretty
cheap
cool.
enough.
But
I'll have to look into that one.
yeah,
The
I
reason
mean,
why I wanted the GoPro is because it has that little head mount. And
Right.
when I start doing videos of doing work on vehicles, I'm going to have the head mount on so I can, when I'm under vehicles and that.
right.
So, but
Right.
having a nice good stationary cam would also be pretty good too.
And like I said, I mean, I was doing most of the stuff with either my phone or my tablet, and it's like I got to have a better camera, system and everything. This one, I looked on Walmart's website for a digital camera. It's like $120, $130, and I'm going, yeah, I know it's an off-brand, but hey, it's working good.
Nice.
What's up, my Gabba Doo man? The Cone 710 is
What's up?
in the house. Raising Cajun. Man, it's 24 past the hour and time for a dab. Have no fear, the Cone is here. That's right. I got my cell phone. The last couple of videos I've done it with that. Now that Raising Cajun video I did,
Yeah.
that was taken with the front camera, so I could see the screen when it was on my tripod. And so everything was backwards. I forgot to mirror image it,
Right.
if I can do that. I'm pretty sure I can. But anyhow, the Sauce Piquant video that I just put up not long ago, that
Right.
was made in there, and that's in HD, 4K or 2K, one of them. But those Galaxy Samsung,
Yeah.
Samsung Galaxies, I should say, they got some awesome cameras on them. Those
I got that.
and the iPhone are the top 2 rated cameras on cell phones.
Yeah, I got that new Note 23 from Samsung, and the camera on that thing's impeccable. And the zoom, holy crap, that thing can zoom into.
Yeah, this one can too. I'm not used to it quite yet, but
Yeah.
man, this thing will get it.
Yeah, but when you're talking about a $1,500 to $2,000 phone, it better work pretty dang good.
Oh, well, no, this one here is not but like a $300 phone, something like that.
There we go. I just found it. There you go, Cajun. You can put that up there. That's it right there.
That's pretty snookum.
That's the camera right there.
114. Wow.
Say $115.
I thought you paid 140 or something.
No, it was about, but with tax and everything, it was.
Oh, okay. Uh, and it's at Walmart.
Yep.
Okay, in the store.
No, I had to order it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why my little one that y'all see me now on right now. That's why I ordered mine at Walmart.com.
Yeah.
It was $9 delivered to my doorstep. You know,
Like I said, this thing
can't
here was,
beat it.
like I said, with tax, shipping, and everything, it was about $130.
I got to catch that phone.
Uh-oh. Where's it running to? But yeah, I mean, you see, how cheap it is compared to say a GoPro,
Oh yeah.
and the quality of it is good.
No. Well, also the extras like that microphone and the gimbal, that's a huge bonus.
Yeah. But I mean, well, not really a gimbal, but I'd say it's a little stand.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. Trying to grab a hold. But this little stand right here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all it is. It's got the legs that can adjust to different heights. And, of course, they come out. So you can get it, put this on the bottom of the camera. And it's even more, you can sit there and adjust it. But it's also got the setup to put a handle actually on the camera.
It comes with that little tripod.
Yeah, comes with
Oh,
a little
okay.
tripod.
Okay.
Comes with a little
Hey,
tripod.
Steel Wool Queen, how you doing? Yeah, we doing good, Steel Wool Queen. Jean-Marc Boucher, how you doing, mon ami? How's the fishing up there? Hey, Turner, Jean-Marc is not too far from you.
Mm. Another Canadian, eh?
I think so. Yeah, he's up by the line. I know that.
Oh.
J-Dog, boom, 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 boom. J-Dog with a $5 super chat in the house. What's up, J-Dog? Yep,
Nice.
long time no see. I was on, I think I seen you last Monday on Big T's auction, I think. Or a few weeks ago on there. Been ice fishing a lot. Well, up there, I guess in the frozen north.
Oh, now that's a nice little solar array.
Got some happy solar today.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Finally.
How many watts that is?
That's 3, 6, 9, 1,800.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say around 2,500. I couldn't count the panels though.
They're 150 watt each, and there's 12 on there. So.
Oh, okay. I
did
thought
the
it was
math
around.
right.
I thought it was around 200 a piece.
No, that's the solar tracker that we made. It actually follows the sun, moves around, and chases it. So.
Oh, okay.
I've been
We
wanting to
built it
see
ourselves.
But see, for me, like when I go camping, everything, I want to be basically totally off grid when I go camping.
Yeah.
And I've been looking at, I've been trying to figure out which solar generator to get. Because I'm only going to be gone, just like the weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm not really going to need a lot of power because the main thing I'm going to have, it's going to be running the entire time.
Yeah.
Would be like a 12 volt a refrigerator freezer.
That ain't roughing it. That ain't off the grid. That ain't roughing it, man. I still camp the old way. A tent or no tent, sleeping bag, and a flashlight. That's it. Matches.
I'm gonna be straightforward. For your camping, if you want a solar powered generator, go with the Sun Joes. All of them are good, and right now they're the best ones on the market for price wise and setup and ease of use. And they're right.
Well, I know I've been looking at the Jackery because I've been go to Harbor Freight all the time.
Yeah.
Now it seems that Harbor Freight only is carrying one of them, and they're bringing in the Blue Eddy or something like that, and they are way more expensive than the Jackery.
Yeah, Well, the other question is what's their warranty on it, and how, and are they going to back the warranty on it too? That's the big thing.
Right.
Like with Sun Joe, usually they'll send you a prepaid post for you to send it into them, and then they'll send it back to you. They're actually pretty good on their warranty and
Right.
coverage. So.
Well, see, now here's something I've been trying to figure out is how big of one of those am I going to need, and would a 100-watt solar panel setup be enough, or would I need something bigger?
I'd go with try to get yourself at least 200 watts.
Okay.
For like a little Sun Joe or something like that. But for camping and the amount that you're going to probably use it while camping, 200 watts will be more than enough.
Because
Like,
I mean, I'm not going to be, because when I want to go camping, I'm not going to be really running anything except for like the refrigerator during the whole time.
Yeah.
Because lighting and anything like that, that's going to be only at nighttime, and I'm not really going to be doing anything because I'm going to be away from the campsite.
Yeah.
Almost the entire day.
Yeah.
And of course, cooking, I'll be using the Coleman stoves and stuff like that. And of course, I'm going to be running LED lights, so I mean those don't pull a lot of power right there.
Yeah.
And those might be for maybe 4 or 5 hours at night at the most.
Yeah. No. Yeah, like 200 watts with a decent generator would be good. Like even at like that, like if you wanted to go cheaper, you could just get yourself a 2,000 watt inverter, pure sine wave off Amazon. Get yourself one deep cycle lithium, like 200 amp hour, and get yourself 150 watt panel, and hook all that up together, and you'll be rocking and rolling. And with something like that, you can actually add on to it down the road when you get more money. Like
Right.
To me, that like if it's something that you want to build up.
Well,
And-
the thing about it is, the main thing is, I got to look at weight because, in fact, I'm looking at doing all this for down the road, where I want to get one of those little camping trailers to pull behind the motorcycle.
Yeah.
So weight is going to be one of the utmost things because I got to try and figure out how big of a solar generator I'm going to need. Because I know there's, the smallest Jackery I think was like either 300 or 400 watts, and then they went up from there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Sun Joe, okay. So with what all I'm going to be doing, how big a one would you say I need? And I'm only using it, say, Friday, Saturday, and some on Sunday.
I don't know much about the Jackeries.
Right.
I was going to take a quick look.
That's one thing nobody's told me is, how big a solar generator and how many watt solar panels would I need for what little I'm going to be operating. And the only thing I'm going to be using that is going to pull some power is going to be the air pump for the air mattress. But that's only the very beginning and the very end.
But you're gonna be running a fridge off of it.
Right, it's like a 12-volt refrigerator. Those don't pull. I mean, I've seen them on eBay, and they don't pull a lot of power at all.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Bradley Height, Uncle Bradley, B&H Customs. What's up, Mona Me? Oh, I gotta send him a link.
I'd say in like try to go at least minimum 1,000 watt hours for setup for what you're looking for. 1,000 watt hours is going to be the minimum that you're going to want to go, because that's going to ensure that even if it's a rainy day, you're still going to have enough juice left over to cover that rainy day. So
right, and like I said, that's like about what I'm looking for.
You know what you ought to do, Mater?
What's that?
Get you one of those. I have one here. I haven't checked it out. A buddy of mine, I think he gave me 2 of them. I'll show it to you in a minute. But that, or you could get a one of those air pumps like from Walmart with Ozark Trail,
Oh yeah,
like that plugs into the cigarette lighter of your truck.
I could, but the thing about it is the air mattress I got has got a built-in pump,
Oh, okay, never mind.
and so I mean it just plugs in. I mean it's just a little 110. So I mean that would only be used for maybe 10, 15 minutes at the most,
Yeah, at the most.
and then that's to air it up. But now it's also set up to where it's got a valve on it that you can actually release and everything. Turn the pump on, it sucks all the air out.
Right. Yeah, it makes it vacuum like way easier to roll up. No air inside. Hold on, let me get this thing here. I haven't even tried it yet.
But I mean, I would only use it, of course, at the end of when I'm ready to leave, I'll sit there and open the valve up and just let the natural air pressure, let it start draining while I'm doing everything else. And then I go in there for like 5 minutes or so, and it'll suck everything else out.
Okay, I got it right here. Don't pay attention to the case. This was in his garage or shed, but crap. Here's what I wanted to do. Right there. It's a Cobra DC to AC inverter.
Yeah.
And this thing looks brand new. Look here. I don't even think it was used. I don't think. Yeah, look, the stuff's the bread wrapper's still on the cords.
Yep.
This thing is brand new. Plugs into the cigarette lighter, and you got two 110 plugs right there.
Right.
It's hard to see, but anyhow,
Is that little thing modified sine wave or is it pure sine wave? Looks like it's modified.
I don't know. It's just a little 800 watt peak, 400 watt continuous, 800 watt peak, CPI. Okay, look up. Somebody Google CPI 450. Oh, it might tell me right here. Nope, it don't.
Pure sine wave is actually the best.
Yeah.
It mimics your regular house current.
It's modified.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So a modified is almost, but a pure sine wave, I know, is it resembles the frequency of your regular house current.
Well, see, if you're not charging your phone off of it, or you're not using a computer or any sensitive electronics, it will be fine. Like for battery charging, you don't want to use a modified sine wave because it won't, like the battery will not regulate itself properly, and the battery could blow up. But but for running lights in a fridge, a modified sine wave is perfectly fine. Like,
well, this is just for like temporary, like his air pump or something,
Yeah.
You don't want to keep it on a truck battery or what have you, your vehicle battery.
Yeah.
Because, you got to run your engine, recharge your battery, That's just for something like 15 minutes of use, like you said, a little tire pump or air pump.
Yeah, well, like I said, the only thing is that refrigerator is going to be plugged in all the time. That's why
Appreciate it, J-Dog.
But that's why I'm saying get one of those solar generators that's got a, they got the 110 outlet, but it's also got 12 volts and everything.
Yeah, right.
And
it gets you a deep cycle battery, like a marine trolling motor battery, or something for a RV bus, motorhome bus.
Yeah,
big,
look how heavy those things are.
And then put your solar panel on it. to charge it in the daytime.
Right. And how heavy are those? How heavy are those batteries?
Yeah, pretty heavy. About like a solar generator.
Actually, they're going to be heavier than a solar generator. The thing about it is, I'm trying to go as lightweight as possible because, considering the fact this is going, eventually going to go into the camping trailer that's pulled by the trike.
Yeah.
So the less weight I got to get hooked up.
Yeah.
the
Makes
less-
a difference.
Right. So the solar generator is going to be lighter weight than anything, and the solar panels. So that right there takes care, because it's got that solar generator's already got the inverter and everything built in. It's already got lithium ion battery inside, which is a lot less weight. So that actually would be my better option. And like I said, for cooking, I got my Coleman stoves, and if I have to, I can take my Coleman lanterns to go with lighting also.
Well, that's what I used to use when I would camp.
Right.
Build a fire and take a grill with me. We go a lot of places by boat. Out in the marsh.
Right.
And find like a little island in the marsh on the bayou somewhere. Where there's some trees around instead of just sawgrass. And that way we got shade. In the daytime. And we're not out there in the wide open, sweating and heat with the skeeters,
Right. Well, for me,
Put up
like
a little tent, one of them screen patio tents, keep the mosquitoes off of it, and enjoy the outdoors.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm wanting to see about getting fold out tent or camper trailer that is pulled behind. It's designed to be pulled behind a motorcycle, so it's lightweight and everything. Like I said, get everything set up. I mean, it's got like 15 or 16 square foot of storage on it. If you put on the inside, so I'd be able to put, if I want, I can put a cooler on the tongue. But like, I could probably put something else there instead. Probably put the solar generator and everything else back there. But like I said, it's just the fact that trying to keep it lightweight.
Right. Miss has been seeing a few videos lately about somebody at Lowe's or I know one of them was at Lowe's. This guy bought something. No, that was a Walmart, I think. And he bought a big screen TV. And he had his cordless drill, bunch of 3-inch screws, and some wood.
Right.
That was strapped to his motorcycle, and a little like a canvas bag. Okay,
Right.
He had that in his luggage rack on the back of his motorcycle, and he had this design, and part of it was already made, and he just added to it, made like a pallet, and it fit the bike just right, where that pallet was setting on like. Didn't want to put it on the level seat, to tear it or anything. And it was perfect. And he strapped the TV, the big flat screen TV to that. It was like a big 55 or 60-inch TV. That's pretty nifty what he did.
All right, Turner, you said, okay, say if I wanted to go the other way instead of going a solar generator, so say get the battery, the inverter, stuff like that. How big of a battery, how amp hours you say I would need?
At least 100, 1,000.
Yeah, it's about 1,900 to 1,000. That would be one of them deep cycle batteries.
Damn, because I'm looking at the one that Harbor Freight's got, and it's only 35 amp hour battery.
Ooh. Yeah, that's no good.
That's $75, but the thing weighs like 25 pounds.
Yeah. No, like that.
I think
That's
one of
the
them
thing.
big motorhome batteries, we changed 6 I want to say 6 of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
On my buddy's Bluebird motorhome, and he got them at the golf cart place. And each one of them, I think there was 120 a piece, and I think they weighed right at about 40 pounds, 35 to 40 pounds a piece.
Right.
Like to give you an idea, our solar setup that we got like 36 6-volt deep cycles at 200 amp hours each, and if we use it minimally, if we get no sun for 2 days, we'll get about 2 days of power out of that, running everything that we have running. So like it goes fast running on battery. So that's
Right.
why I say minimum 1,000 watt hours for going out camping and that. So
Okay. Because usually, you know, when I go, it's usually October and November. I mean, I go, you know, it's the Renaissance Festival I go to. Now, I could end up going to some of the different bike rallies, but that's usually during the summertime, where most of the time, Texas summer, no, we ain't getting rain.
Well, Turner, do you have any electricity services at your place? Nope.
We're
So
off
you
grid.
completely off the grid.
Completely off grid. All our tools run off battery power, or we can plug them in. Like we get enough power to run table saws and stuff like that. If I needed to, I could run my 220 welder off of what we have, if I need to.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
But for the most part, to protect our systems, whenever it comes to anything that's going to draw a lot of power, I'll just run the generator, because that's the thing is I just want to preserve my battery capacity as much as we can. But
Right.
if it's really hot and sunny out, I'll use the power. So did you get to see my my DIY repair job on my Mac hood light?
Looks like you got a.
Fluorescent light. Go ahead.
It's a LED fluorescent light, zip tied to it, because I can't get it. We don't have a Mac tool dealer, so I can't get it warranted. I can't get it repaired. I had the light running off a Milwaukee M12 battery for a while, because that's what went wrong with it. The battery just crapped out, won't charge anymore. So I made it so it work off a Milwaukee M12. The M12 killed the the fluorescent light that was in it. Just burnt it out. I can't get a replacement light for it. I can't do anything. So I went down to Princess Auto and I grabbed one of these $30 LED shop lights for $35, and I just zip tied it to it. Fixed.
That's one way.
The poor man's solution to making stuff work.
He's doing the Canadian redneck way.
Yeah.
I went to I'm a member of Possum Lodge. I'm a member of the Red Green Club.
What's up, Elvis?
What's up? The only problem is there's no duct tape on it. You got a zip tie.
What's up, Isaiah said? What?
We're moving ahead in technology, you know, at Possum Lodge. We're moving ahead.
All right, I'll give you half credit on that then.
Zip ties and new duct tape.
But I mean, hey, if it works and it does the job, go for it.
4,000 lumens. It lights it up.
Well, I mean, your Princess Auto is kind of like, isn't it kind of something like what our Harbor Freight is like?
Oh, it's kind of like your Harbor Freight, but it's more geared to heavy, like industrial stuff and farm. And like we got farm implements, we got hydraulic pumps, we've got like 30 different selections of electric motors, 40 different selections of gas engines. We got like anything you need to make a tractor, you can make. Anything you need to make a go-kart, you can make. Anything you need to make a custom trailer, you can get. Like it's way more than just tools. It's a surplus store that sells everything and anything you could ever imagine. It's an absolute candy store for anyone that likes to build, invent, or create. But like it's got we've got twice the amount of selection of tools that you guys have. Like it's just phenomenal what it is. Like,
So
What's
basically,
up, Radio Mike? How's it going, buddy? Elvis, what's happening? Okay,
Right.
Mike Jacina, Luke Duke Outdoors, what's happening?
so in other words, it's kind of like a combination of like a Tractor Supply and Harbor Freight.
yeah, and then you take your discount clearance store,
Right.
like that sells random discount clearance stuff, and you throw that in there. So,
Oh, like in Ollie's.
yeah, so
Yeah, we got like
Right.
Ollie's, and I know here in town we got ones called Dirt Cheap.
yeah.
Oh, by the way, did y'all happen to see the video that Musty put out earlier today?
No, I ain't seen Musty in I don't know how long.
Oh, I tell you, someone hand built. I mean, this thing was all hand built from scratch. A little tractor with an enclosed cab, had a little the blade and everything up front that was hydraulically controlled, and the thing was powered by a Volkswagen engine,
Oh wow.
and it was painted like John Deere green and yellow. I mean, the thing. I mean, had a regular transmission and everything, but the
So-
motor, the Volkswagen engine was up front. Then they set up a transmission behind it, and then there was it was almost like a Volkswagen transaxle in the back that was driven off of a jack shaft and chain.
Wow. Was it like an air cooled Volkswagen or a modern Volkswagen?
No, the air cooled.
Oh, cool.
Like I mean, it was, I think he said it was like a 1500 cc.
So,
You know,
in other words, there's some hippie crying in a Walmart parking lot going, some redneck stole my Vanagon's engine.
But I mean, he had a hydraulic pump and everything hooked, running off of the generator.
Oh,
And
wow.
had the belt, like your normal belt system going to the generator.
Oh, man.
But then coming off of that was another, off that pulley was going to the pump. And that's what was, doing everything. It made the guy had lights and everything on it and going,
Cool.
damn, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Well,
And
we used to use those air cools when we built sawmills up here. We'd make sawmills and we'd use those air cools to run our twin blades.
Right.
Like they were great engines.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can't hardly, destroy them as long as you've got everything done correctly for it. They'll run.
Oh, yeah.
But I tell you what's really weird is the fact is that a VW 1600 engine has got, it's 4-cylinder. My wide glide that I've got is a 2-cylinder. It's got a bigger engine. And I'm only on 2 cylinders. And it's still air cooled.
No.
But a lot more horsepower.
Yeah. No, I remember the good old days. We used to take the old Detroit, like the old diesels, and we had special fitting where you take one of the injectors out and you put a special fitting in there, and you'd be running 6 cylinders, and 2 your cylinders, your back 2 cylinders, you'd be using them as a compressor, an air compressor.
Yeah,
Can't do that with two engines.
yeah, have you ever heard of
You
the
kind of turned it into a brake jake type deal.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, because brake Jacob's brakes, all they doing is turning that engine into one big air compressor when you turn them.
What it is it's a rack. It slides the rack back and moves the valves, so your intake and exhaust are reversed, and it reverses the compression of the engine. So,
Now, have you
that's
heard
a
of
real Jake brake, not what these Dodges have. The exhaust brake. Exhaust brakes will kill your engine because that's just pushing the exhaust back into the engine to decelerate you, which forces carbon into everything. So,
now, have you heard of the Wisconsin motors?
Oh yeah, that's some old style Wisconsin's.
yeah.
I mean, I want to find out about them, and I mean, they're a V4 air cooled. I'm going, damn. And they're still,
Never seen one of those in a Wisconsin. Right.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Wisconsin used to make them for small tractors and also
Really?
pumps.
Yep.
They used to run pumps, and also on the old rigs we used to run our well weeps and well pumps off of those things.
Oh, okay. We
So
used to have
the Wisconsins were actually really good.
we used to have the Deutz engines. Well, still do over here.
Yeah.
6-cylinder air-cooled diesels. Air-cooled diesels, Deutz.
I
And
always
they
loved the
made
look
for running pumps for farmers, and they use them in the oil field as pumps in the oil field and air cool. You know.
Yep.
Hey, Miss Paula, how you doing,
Paula.
Chat?
I always loved the look of the Deutz because the air cooling, the way that it pulls the air in, looks like you got like you cross it with a jet engine.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the
that
coolest
side
looking
shield,
engine in the world.
that side shield on there, that that it forces the air, from
Yeah.
the fan. And yeah, sure enough, I got a buddy of mine. He overhauls those things for a living.
Yeah, you find them in trucks, tractors, tanks. No.
Most of the ones that he works on are, like I said, for rice field pumps and
Yeah.
off field, but they use them a lot in the rice field because, you don't have to have a radiator set up on them and all that, like using a Detroit or Cummins or whatever,
Well, they make great generators. Because
Okay.
generators are always stationary, but somehow they still manage to stay cool stationary, but they just run forever.
Oh yeah, well
and
naturally,
they're
yeah.
low RPM too. They get their maximum horsepower at roughly about 1600 RPM, the maximum torque and maximum horsepower. That's what makes the Gold diesel so good on fuel. Is their power ratio is always rated lower, like 2000 for most like commercial trucks, and that at the time was the peak horsepower range, and you didn't want to go over that because you damn your engine. But that's the thing is, if you're running a generator, the Deuce were good because they would run at 1600, like the old Volvo, the old diesels that Volvo used to use for the Pentas and that. Those things will get maximum horsepower at 1200 RPM. Like we've got an old Marine Volvo that we've converted over to our generator. We've got it water cooled, but I just hooked up a radiator and an actual freshwater pump to it, and that thing runs. I've got it running at 1600 RPM, and it will take a good month before it drinks 100 liters of fuel.
Wow. Mater, wasn't that you that hit that
Lower
Coinstar?
like
All that silver?
Generator always run diesel.
Mater,
no.
that wasn't you that Coinstar. You hit up and quartering a bunch of dimes.
That was out of my parents' safe deposit box.
No, not that score.
No.
Who was it?
Wasn't me.
Hmm.
The only time I ever found a whole bunch of silver was, like I said, I was looking for something and didn't know if it was in my parents' safe deposit box.
Right.
I went over and looked for the very first time.
All them peace dollars and
Yeah, there were some peace.
halves.
I actually found not only the peace dollars, but I found a couple of Morgans.
Right.
And unfortunately, it was a 7-tail.
Instead of an 8-tail. Right.
Yeah. Now, if it'd been the 8-tail 78, yeah, then we'd be talking some money.
Somebody in the stream last night. Oh, it was Field Guy that found that. Hit the Coinstar on the way to work the other day and scored a bunch of dimes, silver dimes, and a quarter.
Damn. Well, I did find some quarters, found some Roosevelt silver dimes, and I found some Mercury dimes. And even found was a bunch of Benjis and some Kennedys that were silver, but then I found, the ones that were 90%, but then I found a whole bunch that were 40%.
Can you see the chat?
Yeah, I'm responding to him right now, actually.
Okay. Actually, I've got that downloaded, but man, I think it's downloaded in one of my other computers. I don't think I have it downloaded on this laptop. It's a book on fixing the old Army generators. Man, that thing's full of information.
Yeah.
Mike, man, if you can you email me that again?
Yeah. Be nice. Be nice to take a look at it. I've
Yeah,
worked on
that thing's
I've worked
full
on
of
quite a few
information.
old-
It's
worked on
full of
old
technical
military.
information.
I've worked on a lot of old military, Canadian military and British military generators in the past, quite a few of them, because they always end up from the surplus auctions. And I've worked on some really old stuff too. But
He said, all units on all frequencies, please stand by.
I also specialize in vintage steam engines and stuff like that too. Like I actually have a ring roller for making steam engine rings.
Wow.
What's up, Quick Ranch? How you doing, Dave?
Hey, Dave.
So what's the biggest steam engine you've worked on?
Actually, I used to at Heritage Park in Calgary. I used to work on some of the old CP trains that we had there, and also the paddle boat. Used to work on the paddle boat all the time. Pretty much, just trying to remember what in cubic range. I think the paddle boat was probably the largest one that I did, and it was about 1,000 cubic inch total.
Wow. You recognize this?
Old steam whistle.
Yep.
Yep. This is now. This came out of Philly, and it says Lonergan.
Yeah.
And I've actually found this sitting on the floor of the garage when I was cleaning up last year.
That's a
And
single tone or?
it's single tone, yeah.
Okay.
And so far, I have not been able to have anybody tell me approximately when it was made.
Well, hold it up to the screen.
I told you that a while back in an email, I think. And I sent a link for a few sites.
Yeah.
That's off a boat. That's off a boat, that one.
Is it?
Yeah, that's off a boat.
Someone was telling me this actually came off of a yard engine. One
that could be off a yard engine too, because I'm just looking at the size of it, the actual size of it.
Right.
If it was on a train, it would be tall. It would be taller, not as stout. But it could have been off a yard implement. It could have been off could have been off one of the old tractors, or it could have been off a pump motor.
Well, I mean, I have no idea, but all I know is that I had someone. I haven't talked to them because I've been trying to do the research, and still nobody, haven't been able to get any information as far as how old it is. Is it, and for sure, what would it have been used off of? I mean, because someone said it's possible to have been on a like a little yard machine. One of the yard.
Say it was from the 1890s, I think. From what I found on it, with all the information I gleaned off of you and I researched, I think it was from the 1890s or something like that, or earlier.
I'm just going through my vintage catalog.
But yeah, that's the thing. There is that. I mean, I wouldn't mind knowing. Because I got someone, I looked, even on eBay.
1909 to 1939 crane whistle. Let me just take a look again. Hold it up to the screen so I can make sure that I've got the right tip, the right crown on it.
It's got some numbers on it, I think.
Yeah, I've been trying to read them. It looks like
each one had a specific crown on the top.
Paula, thank you very much for coming in, Miss Paula. Y'all have a good day.
Now,
Yeah,
someone
that's that.
tried to repair this.
Yeah, that is a. That would be. Yeah, a Crane 125 valve whistle. And that would have been 1909 to 1937 that they used those ones.
Okay, so
I'm just looking at my catalog, my reproduction catalog.
all right, so what would say? Okay, now the next question is, what would the value on something like this be?
In the condition that it's in, probably about 250 to 300.
Because the number I got on here, I can't tell if that's a 1 or a 4. Either 1787 or 4787.
Now, is that one full brass or is it brass and steel?
It looks like to be all brass except for the hand, the arm here.
Yeah,
This
that would
is
be
steel.
cast.
Yeah, that's going to be cast. But everything else, I mean, unfortunately, someone has done a crappy repair job on the top, and of course, got a dent, on it. But yeah, I mean, everything is. I mean, I've taken this, somewhat apart because I mean, I can take the top ferrule off of it, and then I can unscrew the bell itself. I guess you could call it that. So then get it all unthreaded. But I mean, yeah, I don't know how good it's going to show up on camera, but I've already took it like a wire wheel to that, and that's brass there. Now I think the bolt coming all the way through, I think that might be steel, but this I believe this part here is all brass. I think.
They use those at plants too, in factories.
Yeah.
For like lunchtime whistles and knockoff time, break time.
Right. But like I said, I had a guy. I don't know if he's still interested or not. I have to email him back. It's just that I was trying to find out more information on it.
Yeah,
because I
the
had no idea
average
what it was even
from that era sells, like in the condition that thing's in, is in between $200 to $300. That's what they sell for. Like some of the ones in mint condition from the 1900s,
right.
up to the 1950s, they usually only cap out about $500 to $600. It would have to be something from a historic site to really make the price go up.
Right.
So,
I mean, because now he didn't have the actual cash and everything.
Yeah.
But he had silver that he'd be willing to send. And that was, it was like I was trying to figure out, basically trying to figure out how much how much that would be worth, because I seen some on eBay that was like $1,200, and it's like I'd hate to tell him one price, say, okay, so I'll sell it for say 1,000, and it's only worth say 200. I'd hate to do something like that to somebody, because to me, if I did something like that, I'd be ripping somebody off, and I wouldn't want to do that.
Those things are easy to rebuild.
Right, but then also on the other hand, I'd hate to sell it for say 200 and come to find out it's worth 2,000. So I'm saying that's why I never have really gotten back with them. And I mean, now silver has gone down. It's about 25 an ounce right now.
Actually, it went up a little bit. It's about 25 something, I think. Let me check real quick.
About 25, 26. Well, Michael, I've already got someone that, has been interested. But the biggest thing is I have no idea what the value is on it. And I mean, I'm getting more information today. I've been reaching out to railroad yards, stuff like that. Because like I said, I was told, hey, it was on a yard engine. It was just one that would move cars around in the train yard itself. It wasn't one that went down the main line.
Silver is $25.60 an ounce right now.
Okay. See, that's why I was thinking, if it worked, if it was the value I was thinking of, I was thinking, okay, send me, say, 12 ounces of silver, and we'll call it even. So, figure, like I said, because that would be, you're saying, between 200 and 300.
Yeah.
I mean, so basically, with the information I've gotten today, and like I said, I've been contacting different railroad yards and everything. No, they actually I had one, my local one. They didn't even want me to bring it over and look to look at it. And I had one guy actually come over, and he said, "Yeah, it looks like one that could have been like just a yard engine, being single tone."
Quicker, silver was 23 and it went up to 25 in the last, about 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, I think it went up. A month ago, we were talking about it. And it was 23, now it's 25.
So that's why I was saying, if I was going to tell him, if you want to send me, 12 ounces of silver, that'd be what, about $300? Because I know if I take it and take it over to a place that turn it into cash, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna get 300 for it. I might get probably about 260, 270, whatever spot price is. Or would I get to 300? That'd be the only other thing. Money Bib will tell me.
Yeah, okay. I checked the weather. Missy was asking me about that. It's been 45 in the morning.
Damn.
Well, the wind just started picking up out here. Time for my wind turbine to kick in.
Yeah, this year April's is a little cool, just like last year. Last year April was cool too.
Yeah, it was cool enough this morning. I actually had to turn on my diesel heater.
I was out.
Not windy enough to make the wind turbine go yet.
I was out at, checking the fluids in the Jeep and all that.
Right.
It was nice out. It wasn't cool. There's no wind. So,
right.
I want to say about 68, something like that, 66, whatever. No, probably around 73.
No, like I said, with that whistle there, yeah, I knew it was a single tone and everything. I mean, okay, Turner. So then, what else would they have used those whistles on?
You would have found those on the old steam, like the old steam tractors. Pretty much just heavy equipment. It would have been on cranes and that. Because most of the ones that were on the like the buildings and that for the job sites and stuff like that, they were thin whistles. They were
Miss Jamie.
only like that big around. Like they were thin, tall whistles, so it was a higher pitch frequency. Where those ones were more made to carry greater distances. So like you would have found those on the old pumps, the old balers and stuff like that, field implements, cranes.
So, would the tall one go for a longer distance or the shorter one?
The taller one would be higher frequency. It would go a greater distance, but it was harder for the people to hear, like that were working around the machinery, because the machinery would cancel out the noise. So they went with a stronger, more vibrating sound. So the
Okay.
larger canister ones gave more of a whoop feeling to your head when it went off. You wouldn't only hear it, you would also feel it.
Yeah, we had a Steen's syrup mill in Abbeville, Louisiana.
Oh,
They
Steen's
had a
in.
whistle. They had a steam whistle there. I don't know what since they took down that part of the syrup mill. I don't know. I think it's in the museum over there. The whistle, and that was a huge whistle. I got to blow it a couple times, and because it always wasn't on a timer. Kayak Monique used to blow the whistle. That was part of his job. And some of the employees over there got the opportunity to blow it. My dad got a chance. My dad worked there when he was younger. It was seasonal work, like 3 months out of the year,
Right.
making syrup, grinding the cane, and the juice, and in the syrup. And, huge warehouses and barrels and tanks full of syrup. So anyway, they would can and bottle all year round with all the reserve they had, the stock. But I had a chance to blow the whistle one time. That was it. Just about every employee that was there for so many seasons got a chance to blow it, and that was it one time. So, but that was a huge. At 6 in the morning, 12 noon, 6 at night, it would blow religiously when they were in the grinding season, and you could hear that whistle. We used to live in the compound in the country, and we could hear that thing 12 miles away.
Now those
And
numbers.
the wind was right,
Right. Now, I was
But
gonna say,
at an 8 miles away, yeah, you could hear that whistle, easy.
but those numbers that are on there, what would those tell you more information or not?
No,
Matter, you didn't get those links I sent you and all that a while back when you first found it.
Yeah, I looked at them, but it didn't give me any of the information I was needing.
No, I sent you some links with a lot of information.
the numbers on the numbers on the handle won't give you a whole lot of information. It will give you a manufacturer. It will give you a location of manufacturing that. But there would have been numbers on the actual whistle on the bolt, but they're probably long gone because brass they just wore off.
Well, I mean, okay, on the handle here, it does say Lonergan, and then on one side it says out of Philly, PA. Then it's got the numbers, but then I did go around on right around here, the edge, and it says Lonergan again on there. I don't have my glasses on to read all of it, but there is some writing on there.
Because those numbers would give you a manufacturing date would give you a manufacturing date, and also could lead you to what it was connected to, but they'll give you a manufacturer's date from the manufacturer in there. So
okay, now what would be the best thing to use on this to clean it, but yet it won't take the lettering away?
Pledge in a wool cloth. Just work it, or even silver polishing compound.
Some brasso, Brasso.
That's what I was going to say. Brasso with like
just make sure it has no grit in it. You want zero grit in it. So
right. Because I mean, like I said, I cleaned up right around here, and I can see lettering and everything, but there's some that's still on there, and I just did that with like a wire wheel.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go too aggressive on it, where it's going to take all that off.
Yeah.
Every deckhand in the Gulf of Mexico on boats knows what Brasso is because they had to use it as a deckhand.
Well, I've heard of Brasso. I've actually had to use it back in the Navy.
Yeah.
Cleaning that belt buckle and everything. And boy, was that a pain in the you know what. Now, if I clean it, now here's the next question. Would it be worth more money cleaned or leaving
Hey, Miss
with
Crystal.
on it?
It's not really actually going to make any real difference. It's actually going to be the physical condition of it. Like
Okay.
that dent, if you can get that little dent out of there and kind of buff the repair down on the top to make it a little bit more smoother, that will alter the price. So but there's a reason why I keep pledging in the shed. I actually use it for polishing steel surfaces with a wool cloth. It actually does work.
With like a 4/0 steel wool or?
Yep.
Okay.
Just nice and slow.
Right.
I use it for my woodworking. I use it for some of my steel works, and
No, be damn, pledge. For
tell you what,
brass and steel. I'll be damn. I didn't know that.
I think I've got some in the house.
and the Goo Gone works really good on the
Goo Gone?
hard to get
Yeah.
stuff on the steel.
Who gone?
There, let me go inside real quick. I got some coffee in there calling me.
All right.
And let me go get that, see if I've got some pledge or some something else. So I'll be right back.
Jamie appears to be in today.
Yeah. I
Really
said
get-
hi
getting
earlier.
quite a full house. In a good full house.
That was something else. Let's see. But Missy was saying awesome, but awesome. No, I wouldn't put that on brass. Not on brass, unless it was cut. Because awesome is concentrated. You got to cut that. A lot of people don't cut it. We don't cut it. We just use it straight. It's supposed to be cut though, because it is concentrated. But you can use it on anything. But I wouldn't use awesome on brass. Let me think. What was it I wanted to say earlier? We were talking about Brasso, the Goo Gone. I know it wasn't Shoe Goo. Shoe Goo, man, that stuff, man. That's basically silicone,
Yeah.
But man, that's good for holding anything, just about.
Mater, I can't get over Mater's face.
What?
Cause look, looks like
Paul Manuel. Oh yeah, they do look alike. Wow, they do look alike.
Everything's possible down there in them states.
Her cousin.
Uh-oh.
That does. If you put some glasses on that,
Yeah.
Paul,
You are fine.
that's Paul Manuel, Mrs. Cousin. You put glasses on him, he would
Okay,
resemble Mater a lot more.
So time to steal some DNA. We're gonna have to do some DNA analysis. You guys might be
No.
related.
No, I know Mater's not related to that guy because the Manuels, Mrs. family, they have a wide bridge right here, and their
Yeah.
eyes go right here. The way their eyes come right here at the bridge of the nose.
Yeah.
That's a trait of the Manuels. That if you would see like Missy, if you would see her brother, her dad and her uncles, they all have that wide bridge right there on their nose, and they have them eyes that come in that particular pattern.
Yeah.
In the corner of their eyes.
Almost anyone that looks like me is related to me.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of Turners down here in Abbeville and
we all
Kaplan,
look the same 'cause
Louisiana.
we're all
And
related.
they all them Turner. You can tell they a Turner. You can tell.
Even
Even the
black
adopted
Turner,
one.
even
Even
the
the
black
adopted
Turners
one,
are
you can
related
tell
to
he's a
us.
Turner.
Ike Turner, believe it or not, is related to me. He is my he is related to my grandfather, his third cousin, I think it was.
So you
But-
mean Ike Turner? Ike and Tina
Ike
Turner?
Turner, yeah.
I'll be
I
down.
used to go watch him play live in Edmonton all the time. He loved, like, Edmonton was a secret blues capital of North America that no one knew about. Edmonton,
Wow.
Alberta. Tina
Hmm.
Turner used to have a house up there, and that's where Ike and them first got into trouble with their squabbles and that. But all the big names, every big name in the world in jazz and blues have played up there.
I'll be down.
But no, that's the thing is, all of us Turners, we're all related. We're a bad plague on this planet.
Look, you see the bridge on the
Yeah.
nose, the up
Yeah.
and the eyes, the corner on the inside of his eyes.
Yeah.
That's Missy's dad right there. And you put glasses on him and shave him and all the way, and he'd look like Mater too.
Now, does Missy have Hebrew in her blood?
Uh-uh.
Because that's a common trait in some of the Hebrew people and that.
No, that's the French manuals.
French
They,
manuals.
yeah, that's French. It's not Spanish manuals. It's French.
Yeah. No.
Like one of my uncles is named Manuel. We say Manuel in French, like Spanish Manuel, but we say Manuel Hebert, and that's pure Kunaz right there. Hebert, Hebert, not Herbert, Her, you know.
Yeah.
And Hebert. Some people say Hebert, but it's French, so it's capital A dash bear. A bear. But Manuel, it could be a first name or a last name.
Yeah.
Well, Manuel would be an E instead of A, like a service manual,
Yeah.
like a schematic work service manual work guy.
All right, couldn't find any. Don't have any brass though. Don't have any pledge, but found something else. You think that would work?
Steel.
I do a
what?
test patch. I do
Steel.
a test patch with that stainless steel. That could be a little too corrosive for the brass.
Yeah,
But
what
do
is
a
that?
test-
Steel what?
Steel bright. It's for stainless steel polish and cleaner.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it might be
I agree
too
with
corrosive.
Turner.
Hmm?
I agree with Sarah.
Just do a test patch and see how it works. If it takes too much of the brass off, I wouldn't use it. But try test it on the top where the damage is.
Yeah, I'm gonna spray it on the rag first.
Yeah.
Well, you never know. It might shine it up real nice and shiny. Make it look like gold. Then he can say, "I got some gold."
Well, that ain't taking. It's taking some off, but it ain't taking a lot.
Hey Turner, is this what you was looking for a while back?
That's all
Probably.
it's done so far.
You see that one
yes.
over there behind that beer bottle?
Yeah.
That's not portable though.
Nope.
Like for vehicles.
Nope. What's the frequency on that one for doing signal simulation?
That's 100 megahertz right there.
Megahertz?
Yeah, and it's I forget how many 1,000 times sample, how many gigs it sampled. It's not digital, it's not analog, like the old tube types. It's a hybrid, you can call it. There's no tubes in it. Except for the CRT tube, the screen. That's the only part that's got a tube. That's the only tube part to it. But it works well.
Oh, now, Jamie's starting to get hungry. She wants it. She's gonna want it now.
Oh, it's an old scope. It's
She sees
a
old tech. She's gonna want it. I know she does.
yeah. It's an old scope. It's a
Yeah.
GW Instax. I wish it was I'm looking for a signal generator. I want a HP, like a 8656, 86 series, something like that. The digital one. I got a signal generator, but hell, it don't go up to with 1 meg. That's it. You know, I want something that's going to get up to at least 200 megahertz.
Well, that's not bad. Just on that one little area, it's bringing out the color of the brass. It's cleaning it off. Now I'm actually
Yeah.
using a, one of these green scouring pads.
Oh, Scotch Brite. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Tektronix too. I just don't have one.
So yeah, I've been looking at one of the older Cooltrons. There's a guy here that's got one of the Cooltron 16 megahertz high precision dual channels. He only wants like $80 for it.
Damn. O-scope?
Yep.
How many megs?
It's 15 megahertz high precision dual channel.
50 or
And
15?
does arbitrary 15 megahertz.
Okay. Does
1.5.
arbitrary waveforms and all that?
Yep.
So it's a scope. It's a scope
sampling.
So it's a scope generator.
Yep.
Okay.
No, the guy
Yeah,
only
that's
wants
all.
80 bucks for
15
it.
megahertz. That's all you need for automotive repair.
Well, I don't
All
want it
you
just
need-
for
all you
automotive
actually
repair. I
need to-
also want it for diagnosing our solar chargers.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
That's
So,
about all you need is 15 megahertz for that. You know, all you're doing is checking a waveform anyway. You know, checking
I figure
voltages.
$80. I can't really go wrong for that. So
Right. Jamie, she's a kind of a Rhodes and Schwartz type. Also, that's. I mean, when you say Rhodes and Schwartz, you talking money and you talking about high technology, big technology like that.
Yeah.
Rhodes and Schwartz. Oh boy, you're looking at $30,000 for a piece of equipment.
I'm too old to spend that kind of money. I want to retire in 3 more years.
Yeah, there you go. But for that right there, you don't need any, anything that demanding, you know. Yeah, HP. I love HP. You know, HP goes HP and HP Agilent, and now I think it's ON owns that now. ON owns it. Because HP then Agilent bought them out, then ON. What's up, Backwoods?
So the only thing I can read off of here around the edge, like Philadelphia, Largan / Patina.
No, that would be patent, probably.
Patent.
A patent number.
Well, no, it looks like it says PETINA. No, or is that short? Might be Pennsylvania. Maybe
Oh, yeah, that Pennsylvania, yeah,
yeah, that might be what it's saying.
because they were made in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, so we know it's Pennsylvania, but that's about the only number. That's about the only information it's got on here, unless it's somewhere else on it.
Yeah.
I
Miss
have no idea.
Jamie, can you buy surplus signal generators and such? Because I don't care if it would be a HP or whatever brand.
Hey, Backwoods.
I just need a good one that would, I could. They got these small units that you can get for like $160, like Junetech and name brands like that. They good. They 100 megahertz, which I'd be fine with a 100 megahertz signal generator because I can inject a 1 kc tone, with 30% modulation, into a two-way radio, and then I can get my, use my signal tracer and trace down my signal with that.
How would putting this, say, in a ultrasonic cleaner with Totally Awesome, how would that be?
I would cut that awesome about 60% awesome. 60% water, 40% awesome, or 30% awesome.
Because I could put that, and I could put some of that Zep degreaser on it.
Ooh, no, don't use
I wouldn't
that.
use that.
No,
We both said that at the same time. Oh no.
You won't have any brass left.
Stick with awesome, or not even that. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you on that one. But awesome, cut it 30% awesome, 70% water.
Zep, you keep away from copper, brass, and aluminum. You'll have nothing left if you forget about it. They will dissolve it, literally dissolve it.
Well, no, I'm not talking about leaving it in there for a long period. I'm talking about leaving it, getting the liquid and everything, warm, and then putting it through and maybe running it maybe 2 or 3 cycles.
I wouldn't use any Zep. No, not at all.
Yeah, I'd stick with the awesome diluted down. So
I mean, where else would there be numbers on this? Because I've already got the bell itself taken off. But like I said, right through here, I can read where it says like Philly, and then Lonigan, and then it looks like Pennsylvania. I mean, where else?
I'll be back.
That's the thing is right around that ring collar. That's where everything should be on it, there and the handle. Those are the only place that there's really going to be any numbers on it.
Well, like I said, now on this side right here, I can read what says Lonergan.
Yeah.
But then on this side, it's Philly, PA, and then it's got some numbers, but I can't read them. I can't tell because so much corrosion.
Yeah.
I can't tell if that's a 1 or 4, and it looks like a 787 or 737. I mean, I got no idea. I mean, I don't know if putting a wire wheel to that would work or not, or that would destroy it. But as far as everything else, a brass wheel I know would not really do much damage.
If you do a brass wheel on the handle, just do it very gently. Just don't take any chances with it. Just be gentle with it, because it is cast.
Right. I'd just like to, more information as far as, like I said, I wouldn't mind finding some information as far as get it more narrowed down as far as a number on it, like a production number. I mean, that would be the main giveaway on it, right?
Yeah.
Because I know inside it's got the spring and a little, the thing that moves. I mean, that's all moving inside there. When I
the
valve, that valve. Now, how sealed up that is, I don't know. I mean, is there any other place that would have markings on it?
Hey, nothing but love. How you doing?
Or is that going to be it?
That's going to be pretty much it on them.
You might have some numbers that you can't see after you clean it real good, like with some Brasso, or after you ultrasonic cleaner, you might be able to see some other numbers.
Yeah. There's a lot of dirt and everything. I mean, it's been sitting in here in the garage for at least 25, maybe 30 years. All right, so basically what you're saying is if I tell the guy, for $300, he can have it.
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
Because like I said, I would hate to, told him one price and then come to find out it wasn't worth it, say $100, and he's out, that
If-
much silver.
If he wants to give you 12 ounces of silver,
Take it.
that's fair. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go, Matter. That's a $500 whistle.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost the same thing, but the top is different.
Yeah, you got a smaller crown on it, and
Right.
your handle's larger.
A little bit of a different curve on that one compared to this one, because this one it's slight curve on that one there. It goes
But it's the same manufacturer as yours.
right.
Now, is that one upside down or is that right side up?
That one's right side up, and
Okay.
that one was off of a the guy took it off of a boiler.
Okay.
All right.
Because I seen some where the handle was upside down and then the cord, would pull it,
Yeah.
like say you see the eye for the cord, the pull
Yeah.
cord, that was on the bottom. That I had seen a couple of them.
Yeah.
But yours would be pretty much the same era as that one because it's the same manufacturer.
Right. So basically, mine. Now, what's the possibility it actually did come off of a yard engine?
It's a very, very, very good possibility because, like I said, that the whistle that you have, the size and shape of it, and how the handle is, it would have been on either a yard implement, a boil. It could have been off of a yard boiler. It could have been off of a steam pump. It could have been off of a steam mill. Like it could have been off of quite a few pieces of equipment. So,
well,
Can you get that one off of the? Yeah, there you go. You just did it. Never mind.
but I'm thinking more of a yard train, considering the fact that we've got a big train depot and yard here, and there's really no industrial manufacturing because the town itself was more farmland. It was all built as farmland. But yet we got the train depot and stuff like that because, I mean, we're just south of Dallas, and I know that, every so often the railroad, they would have to have spots where trains could stop at for refill. And we got a huge yard over here. So it's possible it could actually come off, like I said, one of the yard trains.
Yeah.
Just for moving stuff around.
yeah, it could have came on like a tractor train. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, send me 12 ounces of silver, or should I be a little bit on the greedy side and go for a little bit more silver? But I'm just, like I said, I was just trying to cover all my basics. Like I said, if I found out later on the damn thing was worth $1,200 and I sent it to him and he only gave me 12 ounce silver, I'm going, damn it.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth that though.
No.
Not
I
that
did
much.
see, I did
Like I said, the ones that I've always seen that actually are over the $500-$600 range, they have a documentation of where it came off of. It came off this train. It came off of this. Here's a picture of it on, and they've got all this documentation, and there's a lot of historic evidence tied to it. And those ones go for $1,000 to $1,500. It has, and to be anything greater than that, it has to come off a historical site, like
Okay.
like the old train depot boiler, like, and stuff like that. Like,
all right. And no, Crystal, I'm not trying to be greedy. I was just kidding on that.
What's up, Carlos Z? What's up, Mona? Me, hadn't seen you in a little while.
Hey, Carlos.
Yeah, Mike. There's a few smart fellas in the house. Most every
don't know what you're talking about, boss. Let me get the shovel. I'll go back to work now.
Lord.
Here's a funny thing. One of my first acting jobs that I ever had was in grade 6, and I played the Elephant Man.
Oh,
Well,
Lord, dude.
all I can say is I don't care who you are. That's funny.
I am not an animal. I am a human being.
Kind of reminds me of Mr. Christian. Come here. Who did that? Who did that?
Jerry, I've got a plan here, boys. We're going to take the Queen's crown tonight, and we're going to have some bloody tea while we do it. We're going to sit on our crumpets and have a little Miss Tuffet.
Who did that? What was the actor's name that did that?
That was what from Mutiny on the Bounty.
Yeah.
Not
Charles. No, not Charles.
that Marlon Brando that did that?
No. No.
You guys ever seen Sean Connery, Dragon?
Charles. Yeah, Lawton. Yeah, Charles. Okay, yeah, Charles Lawton.
Charles Lawton.
And they had them lips, like, if you puff up your lips, like make them, kind of big, like, and then turn your hat brim up like a sailor's hat, captain's hat, like that. Mr. Christian.
No.
Remember Fred Sanford, Red Fox did that one time. That was one of his acts, in his stand up.
Yep.
Was Charles Lawton. Now he did a good one too.
No. One of my favorite pastimes is I like doing my creepy child's voice while I'm in a public washroom where I know people can hear me.
No,
Hello,
Lord.
I'd like to play dollies with you. Would you please play? I've got a pittle. Slide the card under the door, please. Rosemary says what?
Lordy, what we got into now?
What do you mean the last one? I am the last one.
There you go, Sean Connery. Tell it like it is. I like those Sean Connery in that Dragon movie he played.
That Dragonheart.
Yeah.
Dragon. Yep.
That's where that is. I am the last dragon. I don't know what.
Yeah.
There can only be one.
The way they animated the dragon, the face, it actually looked like, a cartoon drawing of Sean Connery, like all the political cartoons, where they make the presidents, face oddly shaped, but it still looks like the president or whatever person they're doing. Well, that dragon itself looked like Sean Connery in the face.
Yeah.
Its facial features, put it that way.
Well, they used to do that in all the animated. They tried to take characteristics of the voice actor and
Right.
put it into a cartoon character.
Yeah, just like the movie. It's A Bug's Life.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the guy? Okay, he was one of the main characters in A Bug's Life. He was the voice, and he's got that kind of squared face and wide mouth. I forget what he played on. He played on a sitcom at night, something like Night Court or something. I want to say, but he was
guy
one of
that
the
played
main
Bill
voices.
Shannon. Or
Huh?
are you talking about Richard Kin?
I,
Or
I can't think of his name, and even if he would say it, I probably wouldn't recognize it. Maybe.
because Richard Kin played quite a few people.
Richard Ken. How you spell Ken?
Richard-
Kind.
He played Molt, but then had John Lasseter as the Mosquito.
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey was the Hopper. Now,
It is
Richard-
him. That is Richard Ken. That's him.
Yep.
Yeah, he was one, and he looked the bug character he played looked like him.
of course, you had John Ratzenberger playing P.T. Flea.
They actually had quite a good cast for that one. Actually, they had some really old, some actors that we'll never ever hear or see again in that
Yeah.
movie.
Well, you see, It's a Bug's Life was a spinoff of Ants, I think.
Phyllis Diller was in there. Oh my God!
He was the Queen. Yeah.
John Larroquette. Well, yeah, okay, that was okay. No, John Larroquette. He's from Baton Rouge, in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans. John Larroquette. He's a local guy.
They even
John
had
Ratzenberger,
He
was in
played. John Larroquette. He was he played on Night Court.
Yep.
And Richard Ken, I think, was on Night Court too. That's why I was kind of thinking Night Court sitcom or something.
But he had Roddy McDowell in it too.
Yeah, they had good old Cliff Clavin too. John Ratzenberger was in there.
Madeline Kahn, Edie McClure.
All-star cast.
Jonathan Harris, the original. Oh, what was his name from?
Why does that ring
Lost
a
in
bell?
Space.
Jonathan
Lost in
Harris?
Space. What was the doctor's name from Lost in Space?
Oh, the professor or whatever.
Yes,
Jonathan, wasn't it? No.
Jonathan Harris. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy
he
with
was
the
in
slanty eyes that kind of looked like a manual.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see his eyes. The one that we talking about. See the way his eyes are made. That slant kind of at the nose, the bridge of the nose. That's the same kind of eyes Missy got in her family. Hey, Wayne, what's up, mon ami?
Almost 21 years since he's passed away.
Wow.
Hey,
I
Wayne.
remember Jonathan Harris when I was a kid watching Lost in Space. How you been, Wayne?
It's kind of funny how old these animated cartoons really are now, eh? Like it's time just flies by. It seems like it was only a couple of years ago, but it wasn't. It was like 15, 20 years ago. Jesus.
Well, I
I'm starting to
remember
really feel it
Bugs
now.
Bunny, the Road Runner, Wile E. Coyote, Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah.
When this was in the 60s,
Yeah.
That's when Yosemite Sam, and nobody died in the cartoons, and we didn't act that crazy when I was a kid. We didn't go and pull all them stunts. Then they
Well, that's the
said,
thing is, back then we had laws that prohibited cartoons from showing red blood, humans killing humans. It was always humans had to kill monsters, humans had to kill aliens. And even in the good guy, bad guy movies, they never actually showed the villain dying all the time. Like they hint that he died, but most of the time the villain Like they never actually showed the death
Yeah,
from
yeah. Like in the cowboy movies, they shot a guy off the roof, and he was still alive when he jumped off and fell on a big mattress. Yeah, the stunt guy. Yeah.
Look, you talk about cartoons. How many times did the coyote get hit with a big old boulder? He just got flattened out. He got up.
There's a theory
Yeah, he
that,
come up as an accordion.
there's a theory that they were stuck in purgatory, and Wile E. Coyote was actually the owner of the Acme company, and he was there for all his sins of all the weapons that he made.
Yeah.
That was his punishment. He was reincarnated permanently as a immortal coyote.
Now, did you know there are actually 2 episodes in which the coyote actually caught the Roadrunner?
Yep.
He actually caught the Roadrunner, and there was one where the coyote's chasing them, and they go in this pipe, the drain pipe and everything.
Yeah.
And as it's going, you see it getting smaller and smaller all the way down. You see them both run out, and they're real small. And it's like the coyote realizes it, whistles at them, says, "Hey, come on, let's go." So they go back through it. You see him come out, and you see the Roadrunner come out normal size, and then the coyote comes out real small still. Runs over, hops over the feet, realizes it, goes back, grabs them, looks up. You see the Roadrunner looking down, go, me. And coyote, he's already got his napkin and everything around the neck, holds up a sign, and it says, "Okay, you guys wanted me to catch him." Turns it around and goes, "Now what do I do?"
Yeah. Well, it's just
But
like
the whole
most
thing-
people didn't know Tom and Jerry actually worked together. They weren't enemies; they were friends, and
Yep.
they'd actually pretend to chase each other just to get the treats and the food and have the house.
Now, here's a good question for you. How about cartoons? On the Flintstones, what country did Dino come from?
What country did Dino come from?
I forget that one. It's been a long time since I watched the Flintstones.
No, I can't remember myself.
He was pretty well English, because in the pilot episode was the only time you ever heard him talk.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
After that, it was always yeah. But the pilot episode, he actually talked with a British accent.
All right, guys. Let's go raid Pull Bear Ed. I just threw the link down in there for his live stream.
Yeah.
He goes live in 1 minute. So, Mater, you want to do your goodbyes real quick?
All right, well, Cajun, appreciate you having me up. Turner, good seeing you again. Don't freeze too bad up there on the Great White North. And everybody, we'll see you over at Pull Bear Ed's.
Yeah, and y'all, when y'all go to that link, get into Pull Bear, please tell him Cajun Raid when y'all say hi. Okay, Turner, you want to do yours?
Well, it was a pleasure being here with you guys, like always. A couple of senior citizens racking up nonsense. Always fun. Love seeing everyone in the chat. And thanks for having me. And you all have a great day. And I'll see you on Ed's stream.
Hey, there's no way to put you and Cajun down. It's about the seniors.
All right, everybody. Y'all know the routine. It's good being north of the grass. Stay safe. Be that way. Be that way. Stay safe. And as always, love, peace, and crackling grease. And we'll catch y'all later. Pluto.
Okay, over to it.